Hello guys. Hopefully this is the last video under the category of literature search. So now that you have an idea, you have searched the basic, Google Scholar, PubMed, you have created your literature search instructions, you have sent it to the librarian. Usually they take a couple of weeks or 4 weeks to get back to you with that EndNote file with all the studies or the links or the citations or references from various database searches. While you're waiting for this, you can always start your data collection. You already have the studies that you have searched and you know for sure will be included in your meta-analysis. You can start collecting data from those studies. We will talk in detail about data collection, data sheets in separate video. But I think at this stage, I would like to mention again, going back to that basics of meta-analysis, that a meta-analysis is a summary estimate or tries to achieve a summary estimate of individual original studies. So you really cannot have a review paper in your meta-analysis. You cannot include an editorial into your meta-analysis. Most of the time, you cannot include letter to editors in your meta-analysis. Now, sometimes the letter to editors may have like a case series or case reports. And if you are going to do a meta-analysis in a very rare topic, a rare intervention, maybe you could include it, but most of the times you cannot. Even another meta-analysis, you cannot include another meta-analysis in your meta-analysis. But it is a good practice to save those reviews, save those letter to editors, editorials, and other meta-analysis, so that you can always use those papers when you write the discussion of your particular meta-analysis. You can, let's say, comment or commit to a paragraph that talks about how does your study compare with other studies. Many times you find key points on future studies, limitations of the current studies, what needs to be done in this area on those editorials or letters to the editor or review papers. So they are useful in the overall writing up part of your manuscript, but you cannot use those papers, or there is literally no calculated or statistically calculated data that can contribute to your meta-analysis paper. And I say this because while working with students and residents, I have seen that when they collect studies and when they try to summarize or try to extract the data from those studies, oftentimes there are reviews and letters to the editors and case series and case reports and other meta-analysis that they try to collect the data. And obviously this is because they have not done a meta-analysis in the past. And my aim of saying this again is that in your meta-analysis you can only have those original retrospective or prospective studies. For the quantitative synthesis of data, you cannot include reviews or qualitative papers that's already been published in your topic into your meta-analysis. But like I said, you can use them to gain more knowledge, gain more insight into that topic, and use them to create your manuscript, write your manuscript, and try to see if your meta-analysis or in your meta-analysis, can you address unanswered questions? Do you have the data to calculate questions that have not been answered in the studies so far, and that could make your study a little unique, and you could potentially highlight those key points that have not been addressed in the literature so far, and that would help in the successful publication of your particular paper. Thank you.